Hey guys, so welcome back to my channel Creative Hands by Shay. So in today's tutorial I will be showing you how to make another style of bucket hat, and in today's tutorial I will be showing you how to make a bucket hat that looks like the Canada flag. So with all the excitement that is going on with the World Cup, guys, you can drop in the comment section, tell me which team that you are cheering for, and if you want to see me make something related to that team. So I am cheering for Canada and I'm also cheering for Brazil. So you can tell me which team that you are cheering for and which team you think, or which country do you think will win the World Cup this year. So guys, this is the material that I will be using. I used this before when I was making the German bucket hat, and this one is a loops and thread, and it's 100% acrylic, and it's a size 4 yarn. It says the recommended hook is a 5.5, but I will be using a size 4 hook. So I have some leftover white here, and it's also a size 4 acrylic yarn. You will need a measuring tape, you will need your 4.0 millimeter crochet hook, your scissors, and darning needle. So guys, let's jump. Guys, this is the top of my hat here, which I already done. But what I will do is I will be putting on the screen the instruction on how to make the diameter or the circumference of your hat. So for this hat, it can fit a size 20, 21, 22, 19 thereabout. So if you have that head circumference, this should be able to fit you. So those are average size head circumference. If it's a little bit bigger, you can just add one more row or two. So I will be putting the information on the screen so you can follow along. So for this circumference here, this is measured 7 inches in width. And the reason why this is measured 7 inches is because this yarn is a little bit thicker than the regular size 4 acrylic yarn. So this is a size 4, this is a size 4, but for some reason this one is thicker. So I end up having 7 inches in width. If I was using this one to make the top, it would have measured 6.5. But don't worry, it will fit just perfect. So for the stitches around, I have 84 stitches. So I divided that by 3, and that would be 28 here, 28 here, and 28 here. So what I will be doing is I will be working from here to here in red, and from here to here in white, and then I will rejoin my yarn and I will work red, and I will just repeat that all the way until I get to the end of making the hat, and then I will show you how to make the brim. So again, I will be putting on the screen the information on how to make this part. So I will be putting this maple leaf into the center front of the hat. So if you want to know how to make this maple leaf, you can, I will make sure that I link the tutorial that I did previously for this leaf so that you can follow how to make this, and then you can come back and make the hat. So to begin, I am just going to go ahead and chain 2. And what I'm going to do is you will follow the same instruction, because I want the center of where I'm joining to be on a straight line. I am going to be turning my work. So once you turn your work, the stitch that was originally here at the front, which is the one that we slip stitch in, let me just redo that. So this is our first stitch here, and I slip stitch there. So that stitch, you will not miss that stitch. You will always work in that stitch. So you are going to chain 1 and 2, and each time you go around, when you're making your head circumference here, you will slip stitch in your first double crochet, and then chain up 2, start your first stitch into that same stitch. So you will just repeat that. So for the body, what I was trying to say is that because I want it to be on a straight line going down and a kind of looking a bit not visible, I will be turning my work. So this stitch that was the first stitch is gonna now be the last stitch around here. So what you're gonna do is you're gonna go into your first stitch, which is now this one here, and you're gonna make 1 double crochet, and you're gonna continue making double crochets until you get to the stitch marker, which is 28 here. Once I get here, I'll meet back with you. So guys, and now I have come where my stitch marker is here. I'm just gonna place my last stitch there, but I am not gonna finish. I am gonna grab my white and I'm gonna finish off with the white. Give it a tie. So now you can choose to cut your yarn and then rejoin it back here, or you can just work over the red all the way over to here and then continue on. But I really don't want to waste my yarn, so I'm going to cut it off. Okay, so now that I have done so, you are going to place back your stitch marker into that stitch. So don't lose your stitch. So now this is the first stitch of the white. And make sure you pull your tail end. And you're just going to continue doing this all the way until you get to here, and you will just repeat the same thing. So I will see you there. As now I have come to my last stitch here. Let me just finish that. So remove my stitch marker and make my last double crochet of white, and then I am gonna attach the red and make sure that you mark your last stitch for the white. So let me just give this a tie. You can choose to weave this in later on, or you can work over the tail end as you go along. So now I am just gonna start making my stitches of just regular red double crochets all the way around. So I'll see you at the end, guys. And now I have come to the end, and remember I told you that the stitch was, because we turn our work, that stitch that was at the front there is now at the back. So if you look, you will see it's right here where we did our slip stitch. So you're just gonna yarn over and go into that stitch and make your last stitch. So to not lose your stitch, what you can do is use a stitch marker to mark it once you turn your work. So I'm just gonna slip stitch now on top of that first stitch. So this is now your first stitch, which is showing at the front. Now you're gonna chain up 2, turn your work, and now that you turn your work, that stitch is now on this side. So again, you can use a stitch marker to mark that stitch so you don't lose your stitch count. Now you're going to go ahead and make 1 double crochet into the next stitch, and just as we did before, you will just repeat the same thing, and you're just going to continue doing this. So I will put it on the screen how many inches you should go. I'm not sure how many rows I'm doing as yet, so I'll let you know on the screen. So I am just going to continue doing this all the way until I get to the end of making the body of the hat, and I'll meet back with you. Always remember to put back your stitch into that stitch there, into the last the white. Always remember to put back your stitch marker there, so don't move it. I'm saying don't move it, but don't lose that stitch, because if you do, then your work will start getting all wonky. So always remember to put back your stitch marker there. So I'll see you at the end. So guys, now I have come to the end of my row, and now I'm gonna slip stitch on top of our first double crochet there. So I'm just gonna pull up and show you what our hat looks like so far. So this is what it looks like in the back, so you can see how nicely done this is, and you're not even seeing where we join. And this is the front of the hat. So I'm just gonna do the measurements. So from the top here all the way down, this is measuring 7 inches in length, and I did a total of 8 rows. So 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 and 8. So that's where we're gonna stop, and now we're gonna work on the brim. So now you are gonna chain 1 into that same stitch. You're gonna yarn over, and we will be doing half double crochet. You're gonna insert your hook into the first loop there. So the loops that are facing towards you, we're going to be working into those loops. So we're not gonna go through both loops. So now you're going to make your half double crochet, and into each and every stitch working into the front loop only, you will be placing 1 half double crochet. So you're going to work 6 half double crochet, and then followed by 2 half double crochet in the same stitch. So that's 1 2 3 4 5 and 6, and then 2 in the next. It's 1 and 2. So you're going to repeat that all the way, and make sure that you have 28 stitches on this side, 28 on this side, and also 28 in the front. So if you have more or less, that means you did something wrong in your row. So you should have the exact same amount of stitches that you begin with. So I am just going to continue making my half double crochets until I get to the end here, and I'll meet back with you. Guys, and now I have come to the end, and I'm going to place my last 2 half double crochet into that stitch. So you should end off with 2 half double crochet of red. So before you finish your half double crochet of red there, I already fastened off, you are going to join your white color. Give that a tie. And then you are going to go into your first double crochet of the white there, working into the front loop only, and you're going to place 4 half double crochet, then followed by 2 half double crochet in the next stitch. Repeat that all the way around, and I'll see you at the end. So guys, and now I have come to the end, and I have my last stitch here remaining, which I will be placing 2 half double crochet in that stitch. And my apologies, I did say when we were here, I said 4 double crochet, and then 2, sorry, not 4 double crochet, but 4 half double crochet, and then followed by 2 half double crochet in the same stitch. I should have said 6 half double crochet, then an increase. So my apologies on that. I will be putting that on the screen so that you will see that I actually made a mistake there. So now I am going to slip stitch into our first stitch, and now we're not going to work into the front loop anymore. We're going to work into both loops. So chain 1, and in row 2 you're just going to place 1 half double crochet in each stitches around. So you're just going to place your half double crochet, working in all the stitches. Once you get to the white, you will change back to white, and then you will just continue on with just 1 half double crochet in each stitch all the way around. You should have a total of 84 stitches still. So I'll see you at the end. Guys, now I have come to the end, and I'm just gonna slip stitch, chain up 1, yarn over, go back into that same stitch, and place your first half double crochet. And this time we will be doing 7 half double crochet, and then followed by an increase. So that's 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and then an increase, 1 and 2. Repeat this all the way around. Once you get to here, your last stitch will be an increase, and then you will join your color, your white color. Repeat the same thing, 7 half double crochet, then an increase all the way, change your color, and you will do the same thing again on this side, go all the way around. So I will meet back with you once I am at the end. So 7 half double crochet followed by an increase. I'll see you. So guys, now I have come to the end and I am finishing off with my 2 half double crochet there. Now I'm going to slip stitch on top of our first half double crochet. Chain 1, and into each and every stitch around you will place 1 half double crochet. So you're going to continue doing that all the way around, and I'll see you at the end. Remember to change your color once you get to your white. So no increase for this round. So guys, now I have come to the end and I made my last half double crochet there. So I'm going to slip stitch, and now we're going to do another increase row. So yarn over, make sure that you chain your 1, go back into that same stitch and place your first half double crochet, and this time we are going to do 9 half double crochet in separate stitches. So 1 half double crochet in the next 9 stitch followed by an increase. So you're just basically going to repeat the same exact step as we were doing before, but this time you're doing 9 half double crochet and then an increase. So that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, and 9, and then an increase, 1 and 2 in the same stitch. So I will repeat that all the way around until I get to the end, and I'll meet you back there. So guys, and now I have come to the end and I'm going to go ahead and slip stitch, and now we are just going to place 1 half double crochet into each and every stitch, and we're going to do 2 rows. So we should have a total of 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So we're gonna have 7 rows. So if you go to 6 rows and you want to stop there, you can. So I will check to see what mine looks like at 6 row, and if it suits me well, then I will stop there. But if not, I will go 7 rows. So I'm going to continue doing this, and I'll see you at the end of my rows. So guys, now I have come to the end, and I am just going to finish on my last stitch here, and we are going to pull up. So I did a total of 7 rows. Let me just fasten out from here, and now I'm going to get my darning needle and finish off this part. So I also went ahead and I weave in all my tail ends. So you're going to go through both loops on this side, on this first stitch, pull through, and then into the back loop on the other side, and insert your needle downward. Take your time and pull closely so that the stitch matches the other ones, and then you can just go ahead and weave in the remainder tail end wherever you want to. Make sure that it is not showing on the right side. Let me just check to see. Okay. So I am just going to continue weaving in my tail end, and what I did with this part here, because some of the red was showing in this part, I actually use the tail end that I have left to back from this, and I kind of just go, let me just show you how to do it. Like I would just insert my needle like this, and then take my time and then go over just like this, just to hide that red that is showing. So just like that, take your time, and then there it is. So it's looking more nicer. So you can do that just to hide the little red particles that are showing here. And once you have done so, then you can just weave in the remainder tail end and fasten off. So I'm going to finish that and I'll be back. Guys, this is the finished look of our hat. This is the back and this is the front. So now we are going to go ahead and place, or I am going to go ahead and place my maple leaf here. And you can either glue this down or you can sew this maple leaf on to your hat. So there it is. It's not the same exact shade because I used thread to make this one, but I think it still look cute. So I am just gonna go ahead and start sewing, and I'm gonna start sewing from the tail end. So I'm just gonna insert my needle. I'm just gonna go like into the end part of the stem, and then inch my way all the way up. And if this doesn't work for me, I would just go ahead and glue it on, but I'm gonna try sewing it on. And the most easiest way to do this is just to glue it down. So I'm going to continue doing this all the way around until I get to the end, and I'll meet you back. Guys, and now I have come to the end of sewing on my maple leaf, and this is what it looks like so far. So I think it looks super cute. So I am just going to do the last measurement here. So from here to here, it is measuring 11 inches. So that will be 22 around. So this hat can fit a size 20, 21, 22, 23 because it stretches, so it should be fine. So the length is 9 inches in length. So thank you so much again for watching, guys. I hope that you were able to make one of your own. Let me know if you're Team Canada or another team. So thanks again. Until next time. Bye.